Welcome back to part 2 of my declutter. I'm Kez, aka Chameleon Makeup, and this is going to be the second part of clearing out my eyeshadow palettes. Last time I managed to get rid of a few, didn't really manage to get rid of many, but there's a few that I'm going to gift to other people or sell on or get rid of depending on the state they're in. Most of them are used, so they'll just go to friends or family. So I'm going to go through another drawer now and see what else I've got to get rid of. And the first one I've got here is the VE Cosmetics. I think it was called As Above, and it's very shimmery and beautiful. From the other video, if you can remember, I really like my VE Cosmetics, so I'll be saving that one. I've also got Galactic Gourmand here from the Gourmand Girls. That is another indie brand that is in the US, but these are absolutely gorgeous shimmers, so I'll be keeping that. It's also a nice compact one for travel as well. The next one I've got is a P. Louise one. This is called Where the Heart Is, and this was a limited edition Christmas one. It's very small and it's all purples. I have got a lot of purples and I think I've got something similar to that elsewhere, so I am going to gift that one to someone else. I've got a friend that I think might like that. Another one of my favourite indie brands, which again has closed, which I'm really sad about, is Saints, Angels and Sinners, also known as Saz. This was a company that was on Etsy, and I bought a few palettes off someone and they're absolutely gorgeous. I love them. That is one of them, and this one is called Over the Moon. Then I've got their Xanadu one. I will be keeping all these, there's no way I'm parting with them. This was the Unity palette. They've all got the cute little bunny logo on, which I really like, the fact that it sticks to a theme. Good mix of mattes and shimmers, and the shimmers are outstanding. This one is called Kazi, which I think was named after someone. It might have been a collab, I'm not sure, but it's a cute little palette. And then I have the Angel 2 palette, which is very shimmery and shiny. This one is an all shimmer palette, which I'm really happy about. I have this one here from, I think it's Revolution. This is the XX Revolution, which means it's slightly better quality. And this was called the Chameleon palette. Beautiful shades. But I've got, you've seen, I've got loads of shimmers, so that one can go. I have got the Midnight Garden palette. This was by Dreamhouse Cosmetics. It's a stunning palette. I don't know whether Dreamhouse ever did another palette. Not that I've heard of, but maybe I'll have to look online and see. But I will be keeping that one. I've got another XX Revolution one here. This was a quad. This was called Extortion. It's beautiful shades. I have damaged that one, but I think someone will quite like this. I'm going to pass that on. I got these 3 cute little palettes from Rude Cosmetics. This first one got a little bit damaged, but the shades are so pretty that I still use it quite a lot. This one is the 70s palette and it's called Hippie Doll. These are all 70s palettes. This one is Disco Mode. This one is Not Bashed Up. That's more of a sort of a pastel-y palette, which I quite like, but it's got some really beautiful shimmers in there. And this one is Love Groove. I do think that there was 4 of these and I've only got 3, and they sort of all come together to make like a quad. And so, oh, there might even be 6 of them, I'm not sure. But I'm on the hunt for the other ones anyway. Oh, I got this one from Makeup Obsession, which I think is another one of the Makeup Revolution brands. It's a lovely little palette. It's all oranges, but I've got a sunset palette, so that's going to go. This is like a little monochrome one, and it's ideal for travel, so I think somebody will really get a lot out of that one. I've got another one from a brand that's unfortunately closed. This is from BH Cosmetics. This palette was called Drop Dead Gorgeous Little Bit Psycho. My friend bought me this, and I love it. I love the colour story, and I love the palette, and BH Cosmetics were brilliant quality, so I'll keep that one. These are my other 2 from Shroud, which is now closed, Shroud Cosmetics. This first one was It's Freaking Bats, and this was a Batty Bean collaboration from the influencer Batty Bean, also known as Betty Jean. And she did 2. There was Hello Bean and It's Freaking Bats. And both of them are absolutely beautiful, so they'll be staying. I got this one from Revolution called Manifest Boo. Still got the seal on. That one is going because I bought that as part of a lot of makeup that came together, and it's not really one I'd use. Cleona, I don't know how to pronounce it. Cleon Cosmetics, Cleonad, I'm not sure how it's pronounced now. But this was their collaboration with an influencer called Emily Violet Marie, and this is the Dragon Fruit palette. Their eyeshadows are sinfully expensive, but really, really good. And this one in particular caught my eye because most of it is shimmery and shiny. And you only have to touch them and they're out there. They're absolutely beautiful. And because they were all sort of metallic-y ones, I couldn't wait to get my hands on that. And so that one will be going nowhere. I've got this little Rude palette, which is called Rude Flicks, take on Netflix, and it's called City of Pastel Lights, and it's neons. But I've got 2 or 3 neon palettes, and so this one can go to somebody that deserves it. Talking of pastels, I do have a Sugar Pill here. This is called the Fun Size palette, and it's all neons. Quality is really good on this as well. For pastels, they're actually really pigmented, which is really hard to get a pigmented pastel, so I'll be keeping that. I have this one from one of my favourite brands, which was Oh My Glitter, that I said had closed. This was the Pot of Gold palette. It is well used. It's a lovely rainbow palette, but I do have lots of rainbow palettes, but there's plenty of product left there that's in good condition, and if I clean up the bits where it's got watermarks on, I think somebody will enjoy that, so I'm going to give that to someone else. I've got the Colourpop Tinkerbell palette here. I won't be getting rid of this because it's a shimmery green, and as we know, I love a shimmery green. And then I've got another one of the monochrome palettes here, which was Cherry Crush. Look at those reds and pinks. Very, very pretty. So that will be a keep as well. I've got some more Saints and Sinners ones. This one was Egg Hunt, which was a little quad. That was really cute. And then I have Angel Baby, which is that one. I really enjoyed doing a look with that. This one here, this is a duochrome. Looking at it in the pan, it's sort of purple, but it's also blue. Very pretty. This one is purple and blue. I'm not sure if these are multi-chromes or whether they're duochromes, but they're really, really lovely. And then we have Ace by the same brand. Love that one. Love the colours in that one. Very Eastery. And I've also got Not Like Other Girls, which is obviously based on a song. This one is by Carla Cosmetics. Carla Cosmetics is another brand that is highly priced, but very good quality. It's a UK indie brand. And this one came as part of like a mystery box that they did, and it was limited edition. But those shades are beautiful. This one shimmers between blue, a very intense blue, but it also goes to like a light blue and a pink, and there's a slight green in there. It's a proper multi-chrome, that one is. And the same with the one down the bottom. It's yellow, it's white, it's green, it's pink. Couldn't really get better than that. And the fact it's got a black in and a blue to go with it. Perfect little palette. And also the packaging is adorable. Don't usually keep the packaging, but I like that one. I have got my Glam Light palette here, which seems to be covered in crap. More makeup all over it. This is the ice one that they did. They did a blue ice and a red ice, and again they are monochrome. That's all blues, which is right on my street. This came when I got this in the PR pack, and it came with the ice container and everything, but they do sell some PR packs, so it wasn't gifted, unfortunately. I had to buy it. And then that's the other one, but that is also beautiful. You'll probably see a lot of Glam Light in my collection as well. This cute little one I got was by Kimchi, who is a famous drag queen. And this one was called Juicy Velvet. And it's a very small palette with lots of little shimmers in. Quality is reasonably good. There are better out there, but I kind of like it for travel, so I will keep it. I've got this quad by Delancey. They're all shimmer shades. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. And so I will keep that. Again, this is a shifty one. When you're looking at this shade here, you see green. When I look at it in the pan, it's blue. And this one here, you see gold and silver. It's both. It's just absolutely beautiful. And the red in it is chef's kiss. This one goes between purple and green as well. That is lovely. These are some of my very prized ones because these are Pat McGrath, which is obscenely expensive, but these are the mini ones, so they weren't as badly priced. And this one is called Subversive, and you get 5 shades in there, I think there is. And I ended up with the other one as well, which was called Sublime. This one is more golds, and I quite like that. So now I'm looking at that and thinking maybe I could get rid of the Golden Hour Colourpop one, because I've got golds in here. So we'll see about that. This is Cobra. This was by Clarity Cosmetics, who I've already shown before. And again, Colour Story is right up my street, so I'll be keeping that one. Then I have the Mini Controversy by Jeffree Star. This was a Shane Dawson collab, and I really love that. Some of these shades are in the Big Controversy, which I also have, but I think the green was a limited edition one for this palette, so of course I had to have it. The next palette I've got here is by LA Splash. I was really happy with the Colour Story on this one because it's called Classic Horror, but the pigment just isn't there, and so I'm going to give that to somebody else. I've got this Sample Beauty one, and I absolutely love the shades. Sample Beauty was another independent brand that seems to have gone down the lavatory and doesn't exist anymore. I think they were bought out by Beauty Bay, if I'm not wrong, but I love the Colour Story on that one, so I'll be keeping that. Another Pinky Rose one. This is Exotic Peacock. Beautiful shades in that one. We'll be keeping that one. Then I've got these palettes that are by an independent company called Uoma Beauty. And the thing that really appeals to me about these, despite the fact they're beautiful, is they're very, very similar to the Mothership palettes from Pat McGrath. Now, I wouldn't say they're exact dupes because the colours are different, but in terms of quality and colour stories, they're quite similar, except they're a lot cheaper. So they're kind of like a mid-range one, but they're all beautiful, so I'll keep all those. This is another limited edition Jeffree Star one, or it was at the time. I don't know whether it is now. This is the Mini Weirdo palette, which was all blacks, reds and silvers, so very much my kind of palette. And then I had this one from Sugar Drizzle Cosmetics, and this one is called Dragonfly, I think. And it's got this beautiful thing on the front that says, "What if I fall? Oh, but my darling, what if you fly?" It's beautiful packaging. And look at that. Oh, the colours. The colours. These are very, very old Kat Von D palettes. Like proper old Kat Von D palettes, like the original ones. Unfortunately, my artwork is wearing off them because I've had them that long. This one has been through the ringer a little bit. This is True Romance, and why I probably shouldn't still have them, I have. It's very battered, but I'm not parting with it, even if it's just for nostalgia and it doesn't get used. I've got that one, and I've got this one, which was the True Romance. So this was True Romance Memento Mori, which I think is Memories of Death, it translates to. And this is the Angeles palette, which I think is supposed to be angels, but in Latin perhaps. You can see on here that the blues wore off, but this palette is actually in slightly better condition. The only ones that went funny were these like wet look shades, but the rest are actually still usable. Although, as I say, I'll probably just keep them for historical reasons. And then I've got another one here. Don't actually know what this is called because unfortunately all the stickers worn off on the back. Well, again, it's beautiful shades. I really like this gold shade here, but it's actually all dried up now. I can't even get anything from it, so it's not really much use as a shade. It's hard to know what to do with this one, whether to just get rid of it, but the pigment's lovely on the ones that are okay. So I'll keep it for now and see what happens. Whether I'll not use them, I don't know. This was another one of the limited edition ones. This was Poetica in the True Romance range, and that is really pretty, and everything's still intact with that one. I've got the Kat Von D Pastel Goth. It's a really pretty palette, but I've got lots of pastel palettes and I don't really need another one, so that can go. I'm actually surprised myself that I'm getting rid of Kat Von D stuff because I didn't think I ever would. I just collected them, but if I'm not going to use them, I don't see the point. Another one of my collection things that I've got, which I probably won't part with many of, is Urban Decay. Classic Urban Decay, when it was all bright and all pretty and it inspired my makeup journey. It's what started me off on makeup in the first place. This is one of the tamer ones. This one was beached and it's a beachy theme and it's really, really pretty. I get quite a lot of use out of that one. And then I found out that they did these mini palettes. I don't know whether they ever came to the UK, but I managed to get hold of some and they're really good for travelling. This one is called Soundtrack of the 2000s. and it's got kind of like the goldy chain wrappery theme. Then they did the 80s eyeshadow palette, and this is called Pop Queen, and again it's sort of like the 80s colour theme. Then we had a 70s, which was Boogie Nights. You're seeing a pattern here with these. So what have we got? We've got 70s, 80s and 2000s. And of course we got the 90s as well. 1993. And this is classic Burberry type shades. So they're brilliant for travel. Then they did another set of minis called UD on the Run. And again, I'm not going to part with them. We've got Highway Queen, Bailout, G-Train and Detour. And these are very much kind of like a monochrome type palette. I am going to keep these ones because traveling with them is really fun, because you can just pop them in your bag. You've got lots of different shades for lots of different looks, and they're very easy. This one's probably my favorite. Then I have the, I can never pronounce this, I think it's Wend or Wendy, the Contraband palette, and this one was one of my firm favorites. It's still got the eyeliner in. I should probably take that out and use it actually. It's quite a good eyeliner. Fun fact though, that Deep End is my favourite ever Urban Decay shade, which is a good motivation for me to keep the palette. And then we had the Dangerous palette. It's a very pretty colour story. So that is drawer number 2. Part 3 will be coming soon, so again, like, subscribe, follow me to see the rest. We have managed to clear out a few more palettes, not many, but I am getting there. I'm starting to look at things a bit more objectively and getting rid of things I never probably would have thought of before. So please join me again for part 3. Thanks for watching.